Hello, friends. Welcome to the Little Nugget Show one more time. Actually, we're going to do it every time the Denver Nuggets play basketball against somebody else. Tonight, it was the Washington Wizards, and they got it done. 107-97. Beautiful. It was a little sketchy there for a minute, and there's a couple of concepts I'd like to establish that I've already, I think, established, but want to expound on. The commentator's curse, we've talked about it in the past, but I know my audience is not yet even in double digits yet, so maybe you haven't heard of it. But we'll go over the commentator's curse because there were so many examples tonight. And you're tempting fate with the gods, and I don't want to be superstitious, but apparently I am. We'll talk about that. But Peyton Watson stepped up to the plate and had his career high. That was sweet. Jamal Murray did what he had to do. I think there was a few things that I didn't get to watch the entire DMVR show. Unfortunately, it's been a wild day. But from what I heard, I got about through the first half. But from what I heard, I assume maybe they ended up talking about the things I want to talk about. So I hate to step on your toes, but I'm sure you won't mind. But I think there are a few storylines, and we need to get into those. But before we do that, go down, look at the description on the YouTube, because I used AI to write that last night, and I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. So I'm actually going to pull it up, and I don't remember what it says, but the description of the show, why are they named the Washington Wizards anyway? So if you view your channel, and if I click on the show, okay, we mute that, and then I am looking at, go ahead and give it a like while you're there. There it is. There's the description. It says, "Welcome to the Gold Mine. This is the Little Nugget Show, the live post-game hangout where we gather to mine the little nuggets of wisdom and insight from the game using the pickaxe of reason and the shovel of logic, and sometimes the jackhammer of emotional whoop-ass." That's what we needed after the Lakers defeat. They're getting their asses handed to them by freaking Clippers right now. We'll talk about that. Broadcasting straight from the gold mine, a.k.a. Flaco Watts' basement, this show isn't just analysis, it's a conversation. Every reasonable comment in the live chat gets read, addressed, and discussed in real time. If you've got a take, a question, or a wild theory, this is the place where it can actually get heard. Why watch live? Your comments drive the show. Real-time nuggets analysis with zero media fluff. This should be a commercial, huh? Do you like the radio voice better, or do you just like a regular voice better? Because the radio voice is annoying as fuck to me. I call it a cheese dick. Sounds like a goddamn car salesman. Anyway, smart hoops talk mixed with humor, curiosity, and fan perspective. Community first nugget space. No hot takes for clicks, just insight. Now, if you're DMVR guys, just know that I'm not on you with these insults. There's a lot of other nugget shows out there, and I appreciate most of them, but there's a few that I can't fucking stand. Tonight's post-game topics. The Denver Nuggets hit the road to face the lowly Washington Wizards, but this matchup comes with unfinished business. If you saw the prompt that I gave AI to write this, you'd be like, really? It came up with all this? I mean, I'm getting good at these prompts. Like, AI is blowing my mind, honestly, but it's so much easier now. You just say, it's like you have a whole team of people, and you tell them, hey, I want this done, and you give them the best idea you have, and they fucking do it. They do it immediately. Oh, by the way, if you're watching, give me a like. Oh, look at that. Boom, we got a like. Wait, that was me. So, will the depleted Nuggets be able to complete the revenge tour after last season's 2 shocking losses to the Wizards? What does this game tell us about Denver's depth, focus, and identity without Jokic? And perhaps most importantly, why are the Washington Wizards actually named the Wizards? Yes, we're going there. Whether the Nuggets dominate, stumble, or grind it out, we'll break it all down. possessions, rotations, effort, and meaning live from the gold mine. Subscribe to keep mining golden nuggets of wisdom. Like if you enjoy interactive fan-first NBA coverage. And comment live. I will read them all. So let me get back to the comments because I know there's 20, right? Oh, 0. I'll be damned. So what are we going to talk about tonight? I'm going to have to rewrite one of those for every show, I think. But AI, it's a beautiful thing. So Jamal's braids, that tells the first story to me. Before the jump, I see every day I'm like, Jamal, I need your fro back. I need the fro. It makes me feel right with the world. The braids, not so much. But Peyton said, you know what? I'm rocking the fro. I think he had it last game. Maybe he busted it out for, because he's had the braids for a while. Are we calling braids or we call them dreads? I don't know. They seem to be. Anyway, so he gets the fro going for LA. Didn't quite fit him. But tonight, it was fro on fro crime. The battle between Keyshawn George and Peyton Watson, the Fro brothers, went at each other, and I loved every minute of it. I actually want to rewatch a lot of this game because there's always these side shows that are going on, and maybe if you're down by the court and you in person, you can see them, but the shit talking and who's going after who, we just don't get to see it on TV. But these guys are not only professional basketball players, but they are professional shit talkers. And Peyton did a hell of a job tonight. What I call fro-on-fro crime. When he blocked Keyshawn George twice, he had 4 blocks. First one was the old man. I forget his name. Oh, that's what it... Oh, now the story comes back around. In the first quarter, first half, Peyton blocks old man. Marshall, I think. He's like the only guy over 30 on the team. So where would I go for the NBA.com and find the game? I need to get better at this. Nuggets, Wizards, click on the game and go to box scores. Actually, I'm not going to know. Maybe I'll recognize his name because they don't put the players' numbers. Is it Middleton? Yeah, it's got to be Middleton. I don't know why I was thinking Marshall. He's listed as a forward. I thought he was a guard. Okay, so you got Trey, Bloom, Carrington. Who are these guys? I don't even remember him. Oh, he was in -18. Anyway, it was definitely Middleton. He's taking a corner 3, and Peyton just blocked the absolute living shit out of him. So later on, in the fourth quarter, when the game was... Dimmer was definitely just about to put the game out of reach, and this poster dunk would have done it from Peyton, coming in from the same side that he blocked Middleton from. Middleton clotheslines his ass, boom, and drops Peyton in an awkward position to land on his left ankle, which he hurt awkwardly landing on it earlier. I worry about that. Peyton looks, I don't want to say dainty, but he's thin. And coming from a guy named Flaco, takes one to know one. And if you're thin, I don't know, I never got hurt, so maybe he just doesn't get hurt. But I get worried he's going to break in half on some of these falls he takes. And then he gets up, and he's honestly really impressed me with his toughness. Not going to lie, to be honest. Do you ever get sick of hearing people say that? Not going to lie, to be honest. To be honest, I'm not going to lie. So you normally lie, but now you're not? Or you're normally not honest, but you're going to be honest now? Whatever. TBH. Anyway, I definitely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So Peyton, the underlying narrative here is that he's like a dog that wants to be dominant and is kind of dominant, but isn't quite the alpha yet, but he's fighting for the alpha position. And when you play these shitty teams, well, I don't understand why the shitty teams come to play against Denver. Because the defense that Washington played with tonight was unbelievable, in my opinion. Not unbelievable and like exceptional. It was good. It was solid. But it was super aggressive, and it gets so fucking annoying. We've had this conversation about defense before. We're not going to get into it tonight, but that molestation defense where they like to put their hands on balls, they're unbelievable at doing that, putting hands on balls. They're really good at it. It's almost like they like to practice putting hands on balls, maybe at practice. Anyway, there's definitely a few guys on that team that I can't stand. Keyshawn George, definitely in the mix. But Trey Johnson and Champagne, those are the ones that I can't stand the most. Champagne was a +2. Huh? That's crazy. Anyway, so Keyshawn and Peyton, the fro on fro challenge. It looks like Peyton got the better of that, huh? So 20 points for Keyshawn George. 12 and damn, he had 12 rebounds. Holy cow. So 20, 12, and 7 with 1 steal and 3 turnovers. That's not bad. So we go up to Peyton and we see. Am I actually sharing this? You guys aren't even looking at it. Bop, bop, ba, da, da. Okay, so let me get back to that. Okay. So can I highlight this? Yeah, there's Peyton's line. So Peyton had 35, 8, and 3 with 6 stocks, 4 blocks, 2 steals, only 1 turnover, 2 fouls. So Keyshawn won the rebounding battle, but Peyton won the block battle, and he gave Keyshawn 2 tastes of his own medicine. 2 big old stuffed blocks. And the first one, he was like, "Give me that shit, boy." That was the baddest block I mean, the one on the 3-pointer was good, but what was the other block he had against? So 2 of them were on Keyshawn, right? One of them was Middleton. Did I write it down? Anyway, there were 4 things of beauty. Not going to lie, to be honest. So we'll talk about the commentator's curse later. But first, I got to remember the Gordon header. I don't know if you remember, but about 5 minutes into the game, Washington's pass, drive, going for the drive, loses the ball, and pops Gordon right in the face. Goes way up in the air, bounces off the glass, and goes in. Like, can I watch that? Let me see if I can watch it. Because I have it on my DirecTV, but I wonder if it will show. Wonder if I'll be able to log in here. Start streaming. Sign in. I'll work on this, but it'd be nice if I could pull up clips. They probably won't let you do that because they broadcast it, but just picture what happened. And if you need to go back and look at it, it was Gordon's header, 9:42 I wrote, I think left in the first. That was wild. Oh, you know what I did do was take a picture. Do I even know where my phone is? So I took a picture of a couple of stats, and I noticed this in the last game against the Lakers. They brought it up. Denver is literally 30th since Jokic got hurt, is 30th in 3 categories. And oh my goodness, why does it have to be like that? There it is. So I have them at 30th in rebounds per game. They're basically down 11 rebounds per game since Jokic went out, which makes sense because I think he averages 12. They're down 15.3 points in the paint per game, and that's 30th. And they are down 8 points per game in second chance points per game, and that's 30th. And if you didn't know, there's only 30 teams. So since Jokic bounced, they are last in those 3 categories. What did I see here? Peyton Watson, 3-point percentage. In the 31 games through October, December was shooting 36. In the last 11 since Jokic, I think. Which is that? So 7-4, 8-5, I think. I think we're 8-5, right? Without Jokic, that's a little. That's 13 games. Why did it say 11? Or maybe it took him a couple to get going. But he's 45% from 3 in the last 11 games, 22 points per game, and that was before tonight. So 12 games, 112, 32. So that'll bump him up to 24. You know how we can do the math? It is 11 times 21.9. That's how you start out. So yeah, 21.9 for 11 games, which is a total of 241 points. Tonight he had 35 plus 35 equals 276 divided by 12. Games now at 23 flat. So in the last 12 games, he's 23 flat, and he probably bumped his percentage up a little bit on the, he might have gone to 46% because he was definitely like 6 for 8. Can you guys can probably see that. I have to zoom in. Oh, there he is. Peyton was on 3-pointers, 6 of 8, 75%. So he's up to 47%, maybe. That's beautiful. That's the things of beauty. And another thing of beauty was Jonas Valanciunas coming back. Man, every second of the game where he started out and he was hustling, I was like, God, I just always think they're going to get hurt. Once they're hurt, I guess it's from Gordon last year or the year before, whenever he hurt his calf and then his hamstring, and he always just kept getting hurt. I'm just like, no, don't keep getting hurt. And then Peyton, the way he fell, I thought, oh, man, he tore something that first fall. Anyway, Jonas came back and did fine. He looked a little gassed at one point, but he was playing hard, and he went out there and did some damage. How many rebounds did he have? Oh, wow, he had 9 rebounds. How many minutes did he have? 22? Yeah, because he got in foul trouble, 5 fouls. He was the only player to have more than 2 fouls. Crazy. For the Nuggets. But Jonas was a -3 while he was out there. That doesn't seem right. You know what it was? It was because he was out there when Murray wasn't. And Murray was the one that held him in check. Actually, Murray was plus 18, Pickett was plus 16, and Aaron Gordon was plus 23. So that was the crew with Peyton plus 13. Yeah. And who is playing? Hunter? Come on. Julian and Hunter didn't get to play. Neither did Deron Holmes, the bricklayer himself. I don't want to call him the bricklayer because that means you throw up bricks, and he can shoot decent threes. But his hands in the paint when he's trying to rebound, it's like he has gloves on that are bricks. Spencer, what was he? He was a 0, plus or minus nothing. 28 minutes, 2 points. No way. The last game, he cracked a bunch of threes. It's crazy how different games. Speaking of different games, my buddy, the no-dip assassin, Tim Hardaway Jr., he's gone, what, 0 for 5 tonight? Ouch. And he was 0 for 8 against the Lakers. That's 0 for 13. He is definitely on a slump. How is Tim Hardaway Jr. going to handle the slump? Is it because he got injured? Because they were saying his knee hurts. He had a knee there for a while. Curious to know. Up 12 through 6 straight. Okay, that didn't turn out to anything. Okay, that's it for my notes. As far as the commentator curse goes, they even called themselves out. And they were like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Because Pickett was shooting free throws, and they're like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. And then after he makes the free throw, because Scotty was like, what? He hasn't missed in the month of January? And then Peyton makes his free throw, and he goes, he hasn't missed all year. That's the perfect example of the commentator's curse handled properly. So you got a guy going in the line that hasn't missed a free throw all year, Pickett. You don't say it before he shoots. You wait until after he shoots. And if he misses, then you can say, oh, that's unfortunate because he was, perfect from the line before that. You do it post hoc. If it's the opposite, for instance, Oh yeah, they were saying the Washington Wizards are on a 7-game losing streak, 8-game losing streak. And Denver hasn't lost 3 straight on the road this year. Like, what value do you get out of that as a commentator? And I forget how exactly they started their show, but they literally just came right out. Road Warriors. They were like, Denver Nuggets are the Road Warriors. They are 12 and, whatever. They have a good road record. They're tied with OKC for first with road wins, which no big deal. That just means that they did good and they do worse at home because they should be even better at home and they should have the record around where the Thunder are anyway. So I don't know why they keep bringing it up, but if you bring it up before the game, you're just setting the stage for failure. So wait till after the game. When the game is finished in your post-game show, you can talk about how good the Nuggets are on the road, how they have yet to lose 3 straight all year, and they have a 5-game winning streak on the road, and they handed the Washington Wizards another L on the way out for their 8th straight loss in a row. That's when you say it. Why is it not hard to see that? So I'm going to be hounding on this commentator's curse because I gave up on the jersey win rates. I didn't give up. I'm just saying there's nothing there. I can't find the superstitious curse in the jerseys, which is good because, like I said, I think I broke the white jersey curse. It was established that there was one, and I went out and I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy one. And then I'm going to wear it. I'm going to wear it loud and proud, and I actually kind of like it. And once I did that, I broke the curse. So maybe it's in my own mind. Oh, shit. This episode of The Nugget Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. When you need mental health counseling, go to BetterHelp.com. That's a joke because I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I'm just worried about my own mental health here, especially with the Nuggets because, man, do I waste a lot of time with the Nuggets. But I need this time here to process my own thoughts. Thank you for joining me. And for actually nobody joined me, so. Fake it till you make it. It says there's 2 watching. Leave a comment, please. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. What am I going to talk about now? I got nothing to talk about unless I get a comment. I already talked about everything. Oh, yeah, I can talk about. I know what I was going to talk about. Got to go 30 minutes at least. Let me share the screen of this one. Is that showing up? Yes, sir. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh. Trackpad, there's all the games from today. Can you read that? Yes, you can. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, so what do we have? I knew it. I haven't looked at these yet. So the Rockets go down. We love it. We love it when the East beats any team in the West. The Nuggets win, obviously. And the Hornets beat the Magic. Doesn't apply to us. Mavericks beat the Warriors. So I think if the Warriors are above the Mavericks, then that's good, which we'll have to check the standings here. Oh, my word. The Timberwolves were running the Bulls. They were literally in España, in Barcelona, running the Bulls in the first half based on one glance at the score. And then they end up beating them 120, 115. Fuck yeah. I never love it more than when the Lakers lose and look at that. The Clippers are beating the Lakers. 0 in the third. So they're about to start the fourth. I might watch that after we're done. Never in football, it was always, who's your favorite team? The Broncos. Or whoever's playing against the Raiders or the Cowboys. So I love to watch the Raiders and the Cowboys lose, no matter what. It's always a good thing. I love to watch the Lakers lose. And how do you come into Denver and beat us? Fuck out of here. We beat you 71 to 40 something in the first half and then just collapse in the second half. Like, Luka, you need to lose some fucking weight too. Like, how are you that good and so freaking huge? Anyway, so the Jazz got their asses whooped by the Spurs, so that doesn't help us. Spurs are definitely, 2 games up in second, and that one doesn't matter. So the only one that left. So we got 2 good results with the Rockets and the Timberwolves, and if that means we go to, I want to go to the standings. How do I get to the standing? Oh, there it is. There we go. Okay. So we're only a full game back now. That's not bad. Yeah, 31-14 and 30-15. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Because the Spurs lost yesterday, I think. And we've got a back-to-back tomorrow. The Rockets have now dropped to 2.5 games back. And you see those 3 teams are all 2.5 games behind the Nuggets. Who would have thought that we would maintain third position with Jokic out for 12 games or 15 games, whatever it's been? I feel like it's 8-5. I don't know how I would figure that out. Anyway, the Lakers are down at, they won 2, and they're hopefully going to lose tonight, and that'll put them at, they're one of those 9.5s. Timberwolves are 10 games back. Okay, so they are 3 games back from the Nuggets. It's still tight. It's still tight. Yeah, the Mavericks beating the Warriors and the Timberwolves losing and the Rockets losing all basically means that we gained a game on each of them. And we should have a good chance tomorrow, not going to lie, to be honest. Milwaukee, assuming this weather, this freaking storm. What's up with this storm? I literally haven't paid any attention to storms, and I used to work at a ski area. And when you worked at a ski area, the only thing that was on TVs was the Weather Channel, because that brought every snowstorm was money, like literally money in the bank. But now that I'm not working at a ski area and don't go very much anymore, I don't care about the weather. I actually like nice, mild, warm weather. Thank God for global warming and climate change because I love it. But the fact that our snowpack is so small means I have not even looked at the weather. But apparently there's this big storm coming in going to affect the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see. I don't buy it. Okay. So I'm seeing a chance of snow between noon and 4 tomorrow, and then a chance of snow after. 30%. That's not a big chance. Friday night, snow likely mainly after 11 p.m. Wind chill between below 5 and 0. Okay, that's cold. Low around 3. Okay, that's cold. That's pretty cold. Chance of snow 70%. New accumulation less than a ½ inch. Give me a break. Okay, Saturday. It's definitely gone by Sunday. So what do we get? Saturday is 1 to 3 inch possibility, 80%, and 60% Saturday night, 1 inch. This is your weather segment on the Denver Nuggets post-game show, the Little Nugget Show. But then I see Sunday, Monday, sunny, partly cloudy, high near 50, 48. Yeah, so it's like a baby storm. Maybe we get 3 inches. And they're making it sound like they're shutting the entire country down from this storm. Like, is it 2 different storms? Am I missing something? I am burning up, but I should end this show anyway if I'm going to take my jacket off. So, Milwaukee, let's see. Where are they at? They're struggling. They are definitely struggling. But Giannis had a little pep talk with the media today. They've only lost 1. On their win streak, lose streak is their last game. They lost 1. Denver won 1. Pistons won 4. Ooh, we got the Pistons coming up. Come on now. The biggest win streak in the West is the Mavericks have won 4. The Suns and the Blazers have won 3. Wow, the Blazers are 8-2 in their last 10. That's insane. We got them at least twice. I think we had played them 4 times, don't we? I know you play everyone in your division 4 times. And we have like Minnesota, Portland. I'll have to look that up. But Milwaukee is 11th at 18-25. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, if Jonas plays and can handle Giannis, and we got a little chance at rebounding. I mean, the way we beat him last time, we got to do it again. Got to do it again. Where are we at on the schedule? The Bucks wearing white tomorrow night at 7:30. I will see you at 11:30. 11:30 p.m. on Friday night. Friday Night Lights. That one's on altitude. Good. I need to make sure I'm recording it. And then the next game will be 2 days later. Oh, that's the one they're worried about, is getting from Milwaukee to Memphis. Can you not just take a bus there? Like when there's a storm? Well, that might be bad too. Milwaukee to Memphis. Let me think. Memphis, Tennessee. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That might be far. Milwaukee. Directions. Choose a starting point. Memphis, Tennessee is a 9-hour drive without weather. It is directly south. It is straight south, literally. And I don't know if that's a freeway or not, but it's a 9-hour, 10-hour drive south from Chi-Town. You got to go through Chicago. Milwaukee's just north of Chicago on Lake Superior, isn't it? I used to be into Lake Michigan, duh. I used to be into geography. That was a joke. Superior's the one on top. Anyway, I could look at maps forever. I don't know what it is with maps and me, but so Memphis, they're gonna have to beat Milwaukee, and they'll get out of there 8:30 p.m. That's a late game because that's Central Time. So they're probably gonna be done at 11 p.m. Central. So they're gonna get to the airport at 1 a.m. Yeah, they'll get down there at 2. So they're not going to get to their hotel till 3, and that's assuming they can make the flight because of the snow. We'll see. But we got 2 games left, ladies and gentlemen. 2 games left with the Nuggets without Jokic, in my estimation. Thank God Valanciunas came back at the right time. And if we can hold serve on this 2-to-1 win rate to loss rate, then we will do the 40-20. We will cross the 40-20 hurdle as we did in the championship year. When will we get to that? Because what are we, 30-15? So we have to win 10 games before we lose 5. 10 games. So the next 15 games, right? So the next 15 games are tough too. We got 3 out of the next 4, possibly. Detroit, I'm assuming Detroit's going to be favored in that one. Even if Jokic comes back, I bet Detroit would be favored. But let's assume that from that point on we have Jokic, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we got Boston, Portland, who's hot, Golden State, Clippers, Memphis twice, Cleveland once, Chicago once, the Knicks once, OKC once, Detroit twice, Clippers twice, and the Nets. Yeah. Okay, I like these 15 games. It's going to be a true test, and hopefully Jokic comes back at the right time to handle these. Plus, we're wearing black jerseys, although I don't think those are the highest win rates. I think they are if they are on the road. If you're interested in the jersey win rates, stay tuned for the next 20 seconds while I find it. Oh, no, I put it over here. I did put it over here. Yeah, on the road, black jerseys. There they are. Boom. Knicks and Bulls. Mark those down as locks right there. Oh, shoot. I'm not even showing you the freaking schedule. Sorry for that. Here we go. I've been talking about these games the whole time. So we got February 4th, February 7th. They're wearing black. They're on the road. They are 100% wearing black on the road. The Black at home against the Clippers. I don't know about that. Yeah, we're 500 at home, 2-2. What other good? So, at home, blue. On the road, white. That's what we need. There's a home white against the Nets. Come on now. Don't throw with us off. Actually, we're 1-0 at home in the white. So, there we go. That's good. Do we have a good matchup? Mile High City on the road. 1-0. 1-0. 100%. I don't know. It looks good. I don't know if our goal, there's a lot of goals now for Denver. It's to keep Jokic healthy so he can win MVP like he should have gotten the last 2 years. And did he miss 2 in a row? He should have 5, and he only has 3. That's all I know. This should be 6th MVP. So we want Jokic to get 65 games in the MVP. We want Murray to make the All-Stars. Wouldn't mind seeing Michael Porter Jr. in the All-Stars. Then we want to win 40 games before we lose 20. 1. I think if you're 40-20, that counts. So let's get to 40 wins. We just need 10 more. Let's run them off. 10 straight. Don't call it a streak. That would be 11 straight wins, and that would be a record. All right. Thank you for joining the Little Nugget Show on this I don't even know what the date is. 22nd of January, 2026. Be safe. Be careful. And I will be back here tomorrow night at 11:30 p.m. Bye. I got there right at the end. I saw your comment right at the end. Let's do it again. Oh, no. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Boom. You found the Little Nugget Show. Oh, wow. I put 2 comments up when I'm commenting for myself. That's crazy. But yeah, tomorrow night will be Little Nugget Show, and then the following night will be Saturday, will be the Grow Show. So we'll see you there for that.